Hello Tubesters, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Today it's an unboxing of this medieval forge miniatures musketeer from Europe of the 17th century. So, you know, from the early 1600s upwards, wars of religion and any other type of conflict throughout Europe you can think of. I purchased this figure through El Greco Miniatures. Give these guys a shout out. I put my order in and it was sent out the same day. No problems with the shipping. That's their web address. It's a UK company, as you can see, and I would strongly advise on the service I've received for just this one figure. I've never bought off them before, that you might like to pop along to their website and have a look at their figures, see if there's something there for yourselves, because very happy with the service I've received with this. The figure itself comes in a nice strong box. It's a 54mm figure, I should have said. It's resin, nice couple of foam layers in there. I won't get it all out, you've seen it before. Let's just push these bits and bobs further into the shot, if they're in shot at all. Doesn't look like it. I'll remedy that in a minute. Right guys, as you can see from the figure on the extreme left, they come in separate bags. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a tiny little dagger in a 5th bag. Let's have a look at the figure. It's got some nice folds in the skin. Nice little, my phone has to go off for the 3rd time when I'm filming. Nice little moustache, the hair detail. You get a pointy stick. Hair detail's very nice. It comes with a, what I suppose we call a bandana these days, and he will have, as you can see by the artwork on the box, a felt hat or a steel hat as well. The cuirass is done extremely well, I think. You can see where it's got a shot mark in there. No real abundance of flash at all. All the little rivets on the cuirass, which you'd expect in 54mm, are shown up nicely. The fabric details are great. Got the seam lines in the trousers and up the cuirass as well. Sides of the cuirass, you can just see on that bit as well. Nice deep holes to put your the plugs in off the arms. There's no point putting an arm because they've got, you'll see in a minute, they've got a long casting plug at the end of them, so I can't really show you that. But we've got minute little bits of, whether that's chain or looks like chain, moulded on, ready for whatever's going to be hanging off there. I love the detail of the boots. It was all the details on this figure that actually sold it to me. This is a replacement figure for the Celt that I've been doing. He's complete. You'll see a video of him in a couple of days' time when I've got a wife's just printed me a little nameplate to go on the front. But look at these boots, fantastic. Seam lines of the leather there. Brilliant. You've got toes poking out the holes at the ends of his boots. You've got stitching around the boots as well. Fine tassel work on the sash. Very happy with that. Very happy. Nice shirt details coming out over the top of the cuirass as well. So that's that. In the second bag, we'll start with a big chunky bit, if I can call it chunky. You get a small bit of resin there just to stick your figure on top of. Unless you're going to do dioramas, I quite like this with the small bits. You'll notice on the Celt that when I show a video on the Celt, I just stick them on a simple wooden plinth. If you're just doing a figure, just a standalone figure, you know, it's just a bit of interest for the figure to stand on, and I think that's all you need with this. You could always expand this if you wanted to with some, you know, epoxy putty or whatever. Make yourself a few more cobbles, but no, that's fine. We've got the musket. Again, that's a casting plug at the end that will be taken off to there. and he's got a rest as well. If I can pick that up, you can actually see the copper wire actually in the. It's the only bit that I could see when I first had a look at it. No, you can't see any at all. There we go. Just see some copper wire poking through. The rest is itself, which I'm happy with. It's not going to be bendy with a nice piece of wire there, and that's your rest, which he's holding in the actual in the photograph of the box art. Now you can give him a helmet, and I mean look at the detail and the beat upness of that helmet. It's brilliant. You know, obviously that's been seen a lot of use over the years. Let's just see how he sits on with his. If Gav's even got it the right way. This never goes right when you're trying to do it on camera. Something like that. I have no idea. I knew I shouldn't have tried that. I'll set it back on his head. So you've got that beat up helmet, and you've got like your musketeers type of felt hat, which he seems a bit more comfortable in. And again, nice detail there. Again, it's you know, you can see the sculptor's worked in a bit of details. You know, it's not just a flat piece of. You know, it looks like a piece of battered felt. Lovely details as well on the moulded on the with the actual feathers. You know, time again you can see them quite blocky and that, but these aren't. There's a lot of movement in those feathers. That's nice. You get another feather as well. Put our man down for a minute. As I say, these are the arms. You've got that long plug there, so I can't show you what it look like. But you've got, is it called a doublet? So you've got the leather open arms there, and then the shirt underneath, and that's the top of the. Is it the top of the rest or the? No, it's part of the. I believe that's. Have a quick look, and I can't find my. Yeah, that one there is. I believe you might actually be holding on to the rest of the actual musket rest. Again, beautiful details, nice finger and hand details as well. So that's another bag. Then you've got a bag of lots of small pieces. Wait, try not to break any. Obviously we've got the sabre with the rest of the sash on, the straps for the sabre, whether that's a little money pouch there. We've also got the powder and probably shot bags as well. Again, lots of little tassel works on those, that's very nice. All on this one block, and the actual casting plugs there aren't particularly heavy, so they shouldn't take much to take them off. Let's see what this little guy is if we can. Again, another type of pouch, whether that's more balls in there, I'm not too sure. We've got a pistol. Again, they've got that nice rounded butt to it there. Again, the plugs aren't, as you can see the movement in them, they're not too strong there, so I'd imagine they'll come off quite easy. And we've got a duck. He's obviously nabbed from somewhere. And I suppose that's going to be lunch. But again, details like that, it just makes a figure, you know. And then the last one is just this little dagger that was in a separate bag. And again, it's got its casting block at the end. Nice deep pegs there to obviously seat the dagger in. Beautiful. So at the moment, I mean, obviously I've not put the figure together. I can't tell you until I've actually got the arms in and that, you know, if it'll need any filling or anything. But a lovely, lovely little figure. You know, sometimes you can buy a figure, or anything really, whether it's a War Games soldiers or bag of soldiers or a scale model, but you know, you're just disappointed. But I'm not in this. Absolutely cracking figure. Sculptor has done a fantastic job, and they do medieval forged miniatures. I've seen them. I've got my eye on a couple of the busts that they do as well, and they do a stack of others. These 54mm figures. I'm not sure about 75mm, I don't know, but definitely 54mm. They've got a huge range. So guys, thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look. When you'll see this actually put together and painted, I'm not sure, but I always just like another figure in the collection just ready that I can take off the shelf. I probably will stick this together and prime it, and then as usual stick it on a cork bung, and it just stops in a box then waiting for me to get to it. I'll just be having a quick look at not so much uniforms, because they weren't particularly uniformed at the period, but you know, just having a look at the civilian dress, just seeing what colours come to mind. So thank you very much for stopping by and taking a look at this video. Sorry I'm rambling on a bit. It's again one of these ad hoc Gav videos where I thought, oh, I've got the time, let's get the video out there of this figure. So I know I've done that, and I can then, obviously, once it's stuck together, I can show you another video of that at some stage. So guys, thank you very much. As I've said, the Celtic Warrior is painted and complete. It's just waiting a name label, and then I'll put a small video up just to show that as a finished figure. So take care of yourselves, guys, and we will catch each other very soon on another video. Cheers.